Want to know the best thing the keto diet has going for it? All of us have guilty food pleasures. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. The problem is a lot of people think that they should keep this information to themselves. In fact, if you ask them about their guilty food pleasures, you are sure to get some embarrassed responses. People will admit that they do have guilty pleasures, but you can bet they will bend over backwards to come up with all sorts of excuses and rationalizations why they eat the way they do. The good news is you don't have to beat around the bush. You don't have to give yourself excuse after excuse why you have certain guilty food pleasures. There's no shame in that game if you know how to play it right. That's how it works. Sadly, a lot of diets out there make a big deal about your guilty pleasures. They tell you that you're doing something wrong. They make you feel lousy. They make you drop your guilty pleasures and turn your back on them completely. I'm telling you, this is the reason most diets fail. Most diets try to impose some sort of new eating system on you that involves cutting out whole classes, categories, and flavors from your diet vocabulary. Sure, in the beginning, you are able to lose weight like it's going out of style. In the beginning, all those pounds start to melt off. You start looking better when you look in the mirror and you feel like $1,000,000. So far, so good, right? Sooner or later, all that weight comes back. It is unsustainable. The reason is simple. You have grown accustomed to eating a certain way. You have certain food habits. When you adopt the typical diet, you are forced to let go of all of these and simply choose to eat a completely new set of food. What if you don't have that taste profile? What if you don't have a natural preference for the flavor profiles of those food items? This is the reason people keep hitting one wall after another when it comes to losing weight. All of that weight comes back. It is all unsustainable. Until the keto diet came along. The keto diet celebrates your guilty pleasures. Most people love fatty food. You can say it. You can admit it. There's no shame in that game. The truth is, all of us have these guilty pleasures. Some people like fatty and salty foods. Some people like just fatty foods. Other people like the texture of fatty foods. It's easy to see why people feel guilty. For the longest time, we've been told by the medical establishment in the United States and elsewhere that high cholesterol foods and high fat foods are bad for us. This has been the scientific establishment's mantra for several decades now. Lo and behold, in the past decade, we discovered that food items like the egg and animal fat actually aren't as bad as we thought. In fact, in many cases, they are actually quite healthy because fat, it turns out, has been unfairly demonized. The real villain, if you're looking for one, is sugar. Sugar inflames your system. Sugar creates some sort of cascading chain reaction in your biochemistry that leads to really bad outcomes. Fat has been demonized and made to look like the bad guy. This is why the keto diet is so popular. People are now embracing their guilty pleasures. This is the best thing that keto has going for it. There's nothing to hide. There's nothing to apologize for. Embrace your guilty pleasures, but do it right. Click down below for the bulletproof keto diet blueprint that would enable you to unlock the full benefits the keto diet brings to the table. Please understand that the worst thing that you can do is to jump into any diet with both feet with very little preparation. By downloading this blueprint, you will know how to prepare mentally and physically for your keto diet journey. The secret is sustainability. When properly prepared, people who adopt the keto diet are able to stick to it. They eventually get off the diet roller coaster where they lose weight only to gain it all back soon enough. Say goodbye to all of that by downloading this amazing keto diet blueprint.